The raid now. First of all, here's a look inside the mansion where Osama bin Laden was killed, possibly in this very room. ABC's Good Morning America showed footage of these pictures earlier. It's a pretty graphic scene. It appears to be a bedroom. You can see a great deal of blood on the floor. There are broken computers around. ABC also reports there was another room full, like I said, of broken computers, and that the hard drives had been ripped out. Now let's break down some of the details on the raid and new information that Barbara Starr gathered just moments ago. And Barbara, you just mentioned on American Morning that this was a kill mission. Does that mean that the U.S. government didn't want to capture Osama bin Laden alive?
I think it's fair to say they had no interest in capturing him alive, Carol. A U.S. official telling us a short time ago directly this was, quote, a kill operation. That was the mission for the special forces going in by helicopter, 40 minutes on the ground. When you look at those pictures, U.S. troops had no interest in a fair firefight. They were there to do their job, kill Osama bin Laden, and get out. Once he started resisting, there was no question about it. Killed by a gunshot to the head. They are very certain it was U.S. troops that killed him. There was no suicide, no from his own people. It was U.S. troops. They know this because we now know that there was secure radio communications between the team on the ground and U.S. government officials. The CIA director, Leon Panetta, essentially was leading the operation as it unfolded, monitoring the situation from his headquarters in Virginia, just outside of Washington. CIA officials monitoring. We are told the reaction was by a U.S. official that the reaction was jubilant when they got that secure radio transmission that they finally got Osama bin Laden. What we are looking for today is to see if the White House makes the decision to release photographs of bin Laden dead. I've talked to two officials who have seen those photos, and they say if those photos come out in public, you will have no question you will recognize the dead face of Osama bin Laden.
Just
Carol?
a couple of things. We know a U.S. bullet killed Osama bin Laden. He was shot in the side of the head, and as he fell, I'm sure that's what they mean by you can still recognize this dead man as Osama bin Laden. The other part is they already buried Osama bin Laden at sea. Why did they do that, Barbara?
Well, look, this man is an iconic figure in his world of terrorism. What they wanted to do is to make sure that his burial site could not become a shrine, a place for terrorists to gather, or even a propaganda recruiting tool for more terrorists. Basically, the goal here was to wipe him off the face of the earth, to have no location where people could rally and terrorism could be discussed, recruited at his graveside. It would be a huge propaganda site, perhaps for those who are still members of al-Qaeda. So they wanted to basically just wipe him off the face of the earth, and that's what they did.
Much more on this later. Barbara Starr reporting live from the Pentagon. Thanks.